Hey, True Believers, it's Englentine here. This is a segment of our live stream that we did a few days ago. This one deals with Comics Explained and the fact that he jumped into the fray once again, questioning why we're all doing what we do. And Weaponized Nerd took him on, so invited him here to air his thoughts, and he does so. We also talk about the fact that Marvel seems to hate feminine women, and anytime they put one in leadership position, they take away any femininity. And we talk about a lot of things in between those two subjects as well. So kick back, relax, and here you go. Tell the story. Get us started here, Bubba.
All right.
That's cigarette
So
first.
basically what happened is he just came out of the fucking blue like he always does with this shit. I guess he was taking a break from browsing Wikipedia. And threw out a post that said something to the effect of, because I can't remember the exact words, if the people who are against Marvel's diversity push, and they, because of bad storytelling, then what about the bad stories from classic characters? And I'm just like, have you not seen a single thing that we've said about Secret Empire? Have you not seen a single thing that we've been saying for the past 10 years about Dan Slott's Spider-Man or about Zdarsky's Spider-Man? Because there's only one good joke in Zdarsky's Spider-Man so far, and the rest of it has been complete crap. And, and I could go down the line of all the classic characters who have really shitty stories right now. Every Black Panther book is crap. Ta-Nehisi Coates is not a fucking writer.
Well,
he's a goddamn race-baiting hack.
That is true. I think it's kind of funny that we just had a live chat where one of the topics was classic comic stories that are famous for being classically bad. That,
yeah.
Maybe Comics Explained is paying attention, which is in that case, pimp our channel out.
Every time he opens his... I kind of wish that he would keep opening his stupid mouth, because every time he does, the videos I have where I talk shit about him do really well. So Comics Explained, Rob, if you're listening, keep being an ignorant piece of shit, because all it's doing is getting me more money.
But yeah, that is true. Sometimes it's the controversy that sells, but yeah. I think it's funny that Kwanzaa started up also. I nailed him on that one. But the thing is, like I said before, all of this stuff can be turned right around on them, because they were in a little thread on Twitter, and he says that, oh yes, and everybody involved in Comics Gate is hateful bigots. And I was like, yeah, you are. You really are. I call them the Marvel employees.
Yeah, I mean, I finally snapped on it.
Yeah.
But like, like I said in my video, I have been keeping the gloves on. There's a couple of times where I said the gloves are coming off. No, the gloves are coming off. They want to play this game. I'm going to play their fucking game better than them. Okay? Because I came out of the fucking closet in my last video because it's so goddamn important to them. Okay? So, yeah, no. I am going to take every one of their little buzzwords and turn them on them. And every time they want to hide behind a damn shield, because we have gay YouTubers calling them out, and they don't go anywhere near that. Oh, no, they're afraid of them. We have transgender YouTubers calling them out. Oh, no, they're afraid of them because they don't understand it, because none of them are actually gay or transgender or whatever. They have two token gay people at Marvel, and they want to talk about diversity. They have the guy writing Iceman, what is it, Cena Grace? I'm sorry. I don't buy that he's gay. He seems like a conservative Republican whose only knowledge about gay people is he watched Queer as Folk a couple of times, and like I said in the video, and then when he did the most recent issue, he did a little bit of extra research and he watched a fucking Elton John concert.
He does write and he writes Iceman really bad. And you do make a good point about the fact that they are negating everybody who is not the white heterosexual male.
Yeah.
Just by their messages. They automatically assume. And I understand from what I've read of Kwanzaa, and naturally I do not know him, so I can only go by what I know on Twitter. And shit, you're right. I need to invite Jack. But what I know about Kwanzaa from Twitter is he thinks we're all Nazis. You know, we're all white supremacists, Seagale, the whole 9 yards, when it's further from the truth.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they get on. I think he's calling himself Dr. Doom X now. I hope they find that guy's channel and start hitting on him. Oh, I hope they do. Oh, because he will swing in so hard with the race card on them. Ooh.
Yeah. Now, some people are saying stuff like 1, invite Jack, or 2, Nerd Wonders here. Do you mind if I send out?
No, bring in the cavalry, because if I'm allowed to keep running my mouth, there's just going to be more and more and more roast material that I can't put in a video later.
You rage for 5 seconds or so, and I'm going to give a shout out. Tell him to get on the horn.
Mm-hmm. So the criticism I've given to Kwanzaa, for those of you who don't know about it yet, is he is the most unoriginal piece of garbage in comics right now. And I say in comics, I'm being incredibly generous, because his books don't sell for crap. He's not a comics professional. He's a comics pretender. He's got basically, I made Chronicle / X-Men, but I put the Spike Lee twist on it. Hey, you're real damn original. And now in his interactions on social media, he's copying yet again, just taking one play out of Dan Slott's playbook with this peekaboo bullshit that he does with his security blanket, aka his mass blockings. How much of a coward do you have to be that you block everybody that you're trying to argue with when it comes time for them to respond? If anything, that is more detrimental to the point that you're trying to convey, because you're too afraid of criticism. You're showing you don't have a damn spine, and you are a limp dick coward. And I will say that to his face any damn time, because the thing that pisses me off about him the most is he wants to go ahead and start hiding behind all of the people of color and the minorities and the gays and whatever. And so he wants to sit and hide behind me when he's doing this crap. But then he wants to call me out in the same sentence. No. It doesn't fucking work that way, Kwanzaa. God, guy does not have a single clue about what people are like at all.
Yep. Kinda.
You send those invites?
Yeah, I'm getting them in the mail here. Getting sent one for. I think I sent the wrong one to Comics Division. I don't
know how long this bottle of water has been sitting in my car, but let's play a game of Russian roulette.
I've done that before. Oh, I'm so thirsty. I forgot to get a drink. Oh, that's so hot. Ow. The way, on the last one, speaking of, eating, drinking, smoking noises.
Yeah.
On the last hangout we did, it's kind of funny because I cut the scene where all of us are talking about what got us into comics and why we care about the characters still and everything. And yeah, comics are, oh wow, that's really good, and they tell the story, and then the other half are crickets. Who sounds like
For those who don't know, I live in Florida. There is nothing I can do about the crickets where I live. Yeah. I mean, I could unleash an army of frogs to kill all the crickets, but then you would just be hearing the frogs. Don't worry, I'm going back in after this cigarette.
Enjoy this cigar, and and we got a lot of
yep.
all throughout it. So yeah, that got a lot of comments on that. I thought it was kind of funny.
That's why I edit them out in the video, because I know particularly I have one viewer who doesn't like hearing it because of family and cancer issues. So I work to edit them out, but on a live stream, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, that's true. But I agree with them on a certain point. The sound of the lighter is cool.
Yeah,
like you're lighting it up. But yeah, hearing throughout an entire video, yeah, I can understand that'd be a little distracting.
Yep.
And someone asked for Wonder to be a part of this, so okay, I sent one to her. And There you go. Okay. I think I got all the invites, and I sent out the message to everybody.
So
hey!
it's Comics Division and Nerd Wonder, or is Chef Jack in there as well?
Sent to Comics Division. Yeah, we're actually, I keep doing live streams more and more because we're just waiting to hear the point where Weaponized go, and then he dies of lung cancer right here.
There was the scare last time where I choked on the cigar smoke, and everybody's like, "He's been quiet. Did he die?"
The funny thing about that is you were just pumping it up. Oh, I got this great cigar. I can't wait to smoke it. Okay, yeah. And we start the live broadcast. You sound like Grandpa Simpson over there. I'm supposed to be the old one.
I can't help it. Cigars are my weakness.
I sent you the Hangout connection, Jack. Did I send to Division the Hangout? Or man, I gotta tell you though, this whole thing, that message, I was like, oh well, whatever. Here's the answer. I know I've got experience with Rob doing this, Comics Explained doing this, you know, the last time.
Yep.
He ain't gonna say anything.
No, he's gonna sit there and hide behind his like. At least last time he put out like 3 comments after the fact and responded to like, I think it was Diversity in Comics once, then to Spike Valentine once when Spike Valentine called him a racist piece of crap. And you know, then there were 1 or 2 others in there, but this is literally just him being a sock puppet for somebody at Marvel. That's all this is, because we know that he's got, you know, story connections at Marvel, and I can, you know, prove this, okay? When he did his first video on Secret Empire #1, because back then I still would go to him from time to time to go, okay, this seems like some obscure detail. Maybe he'll cover it in the video. Let's see what the hell I'm missing, because nobody else knows it. And I went on to his video about Secret Empire #1, because I'm like, okay, this thing with Captain America, what the hell is this, you know, dream dimension thing? And he called it the vanishing point, okay? Now, in the books, they don't refer to that as the vanishing point until issue 10. And you only ever see, like, there was 1 piece of promotional material. What is the vanishing point for Secret Empire? And that was all you heard of it. So that's pretty good evidence right there that he's got, you know, he's been being fed information by Marvel, that he's got connections with Marvel. We know he's apparently friends with Nick Spencer. I think he bragged about it once in a video or on Twitter or something somewhere.
What's up, guys?
Comics.
Hey, guys.
How's it going?
Hey, Jack. Hey, Nerd.
Hey. It's a party in here.
So who do we have here? Yeah, all of a sudden we've got 4. If we get too many more, it'll slow everything down. But
okay.
Thought it was 5. I thought I heard Jack there for a second.
Who do we have here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, he's here. Everybody's here. All righty.
You
No
guys
way.
can't
He's
hear me,
grumpier
right?
than Ben when it comes to.
Oh, no, I can hear you.
Yeah, you're good.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay, so we are cool. We got a full house here.
You know, I've been suspecting a long time that some of the biggest YouTube cheerleaders for Marvel are actually on the payroll. It would not surprise me at all if it turned out.
He doesn't have to be. Whether or not he's getting kickbacks or anything, or if he's getting freebies, that's one thing, but he definitely doesn't have to be. The views alone on his videos, he puts one out every day. It gets 100 hits. He's making $100 a day.
Well, yeah, but it just,
or more.
Given, you know, given some of the things he said, given like you just pointed out, you know, I don't know if he's getting the help by way of, you know, hey, here's some cash, pimp our stuff, or if he's just, you know, good friends with them and they give him freebies or, you know, whatever.
I think it's that there's definitely something going on between him and Marvel, because he did a full 180 on the whole character diversity issue, where he did a whole video, and I guarantee you he's probably taken it down by now because enough people threw it in his face as evidence, where he said that it isn't about diversity, it's about these legacy characters who've been around for a long time, you know, going the way of the dinosaur and being taken out of the books. And you don't have the option to read them anymore because even if you wanted to, Marvel got rid of all the alternate universes and such.
Yeah.
And then like a month later, he starts talking about how great Riri Williams is, and she's the only all new, all different thing in all new, all different Marvel. And I'm like, no, Riri Williams is garbage. Shut up.
Not
And
very.
I will
that
continue.
Hello, Linko.
Sorry?
I said, in all honesty, she's not all that different.
She's very
She's
generic.
I'm sorry, but
She's Bella Swan.
there, you did a video. I'm going to talk to you about a video I'm writing. And by writing, I mean I'm thinking of ideas before I turn on the mic. That's basically what I do. One thing about Marvel that I really hate is we're supposedly the racist, but they're still surprised that black people, homosexuals, women can do things.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
really
I mean,
don't
you know,
think
hey,
we have
look, we need
opinions.
more gay writers. Gay writers, guys, there've been gay writers for thousands of years now. I'm not impressed.
I mean, I'm just gonna throw this
No.
out there. One of
Do we
my
need more?
favorite. Sorry, go on.
One of your favorite.
One of my favorite gay writers, and I think they did venture into comic books for a little time, is Clive Barker, and he is gay as hell. Okay,
Yeah,
I mean that's
Here's the
why.
thing. That,
You think that they haven't already been here? It's
yeah, I'm reminded there was a question. I don't know if any of you guys ever used to
Hey,
watch
Melissa.
West Wing. When it was on.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, you missed out on some fantastic writing, but there was there was a couple of episodes where they deal with the fact that the president's chief of staff was an admitted alcoholic and drug addict. Now, he had cleaned himself up, and the drug of choice was pain pills. You know, he was a Vietnam veteran. He'd got injured and fell in love with the pain medication the VA gave him. So, you know, but he did clean himself up. And then the political opponents found out about it, and they started a campaign about drug addicts in the White House and alcoholics in the White House. And at one point, the president, you know, Martin Sheen's character, they're talking about, well, you know, the problem is people aren't really secure with the idea of alcoholics being in the White House. And he looked at the guy and he went, do you really think that in the 200 and some odd years that this country's
Ulysses
been
S.
running,
Grant was a
that there
famous.
hasn't
Yeah, he
been
was always
an
an
alcoholic, you know?
Yep.
He did
And,
quotes all the time.
Okay, I
and
want
it's
to
the
put
same
some
thing.
cards on the
You know,
table. I have
gay
to put some-
writers,
Hey,
how
Jack,
do we-
hold on. I have to put some cards on the table. Before we did this, I was talking to Melissa Morg,
Yes.
asking me questions about question about what's going on and what has gone on, and basically the differences between what's happening in the skeptic community, whether you're part of the quality control, the true believers, whatever, frugal force. No, not at all, Melissa. But she was asking me this. So I invited her to ask questions from the comment section, trying to get them come on to live stream. And I thought this would be a great compromise. Ask all the questions you want from the comment section, tweeting, and we will answer them as honest as possible.
Yeah, because
And
I think
you
the
guys,
thing.
of course,
sounds like a plan.
I made that promise.
Mhm.
I made that promise. You guys do not have to participate. But if she asks a question, I will definitely do that. Okay.
I will.
just
I'm
wanted to
all
get that
about
out
full
on the table.
transparency.
Hey, Frugal, come
And-
on in.
Okay.
Something to add is, you know, there's all these I see these comments thrown around a lot, specifically from Gary Drumbo. Oh, you want it to happen on your terms. No, we hate the platform of Twitter. It is not
Yeah. It's,
something
there's
that
no
lends
context,
to
there's
constructive
no tone.
conversation.
It can be
Yeah,
almost
and
as
you're
toxic
limited
as
to
Tumblr.
140 characters. I mean, come on. How the hell are you supposed to get a point across?
Yeah,
and
that's-
you don't
that's
know
pretty ridiculous.
is your tweet being cut up and then taken to another place to be made fun of, which I have seen
Yeah,
a lot of people do.
that's part of the other thing. They want us to engage them on Twitter because that way they get to control the narrative. They get to quote mine us. Where if you know we're here in a live stream, they don't get to take us out of context because here we are explaining the context.
And we don't get to take them out of context.
Mhm.
Right, it's
We
a
both
level
get that
playing
same
field.
security.
That's what I think makes this better. Plus, tone and context. I can say, weaponized dude, you are one ugly motherfucker. But if I say it in text, it's weaponized, you are one ugly motherfucker. You know, it's
True.
It then gets the problem is I say this all the time. Text is a horrible way to try and convey yourself a lot of the time, because text with sarcasm, it doesn't exist. You have to go. You have to go balls deep in sarcasm to get sarcasm to go through on text sometimes.
And Melissa makes a very good point too, that video can be chopped and edited. And I know that Tim Pool has done things where he has started putting in, this will be taken out of context or can be taken out of context if you edit the video.
Well, anybody who can look, and you can look on my channel. I cut it up, but I cut up into segments, but I always leave the full one on as well. So you get all the ums and ands and everything if you want to watch the whole show, or if you just wanted a particular topic. Yeah.
We're never going to have a proper platform. Unless you're there talking to that person, there's never going to be a perfect platform, but we can work with it.
Well, and my thinking is this: we could either, you know, cough into our lap comics and say SJW suck, or we could reach our hands across the aisle and say, hey guys, let's stop bickering and start talking.
Yep.
I've been trying to do. And I have noticed this. Every time I reach out, I get a whole bunch of my videos demonetized.
What?
Wow. We get flagged. We get flagged left and right after I reach out to somebody.
Why? Like, what's the context for it being flagged?
The last one, every video that had anything to do with Ethan Van Sciver got flagged after I reached out and said,
well, you know, he is a Nazi.
They hate him.
Well, it's the attempt at silencing you. You're trying to get, they're trying to deplatform you.
He is the sweetest guy I've ever met.
He was a nice guy for it, yeah.
Well,
his new video, How to Draw, is such a good one.
Yeah, did I not send did I not send Frugal a link? I thought I sent him a link.
But Nerd, you only think that because you are a self-hating misogynist woman.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Internalized misogyny.
Of course I am.
Realize that?
You are self-oppressing, otherwise you would. Yeah.
I'm apparently, because I'm part of this, I have to be a self-hating woman that's totally conservative and a super Nazi and a white supremacist because I totally don't like Riri Williams. Wow.
And the thing is, you know, there was a very interesting post made by Van Sciver today on YouTube where he expressed how he was pro-representation, but you know, there's two sides to that calls themselves pro-diversity, and now with that tweet, you know, there's people rallying behind pro-representation, which is a diverse cast of characters who accurately reflect what it is they're trying to represent. Which is pretty much what we, is what he was saying was pretty much going on with his Green Lantern Corps comic. Somebody came up to him, oh, it's so great to see a strong female character who actually has flaws that aren't like so completely overbearing. I mean, we ramp on about Carol Danvers right now, about how she saw flaw right now is that she's a violent idiot, and that she watched Minority Report and went, man, you know, they've got so many.
And you're in and out, dude.
Yeah, you're bouncing in and out.
Oh,
but yeah, I understand what you're saying. Civil War II was Minority Report. They totally ruined the character of Carol Danvers.
Carol Danvers to me was ruined before that, though. When I watched in the comic, when I saw Carol Danvers attack a single mother in front of that single mother's child with the intention of separating the child from their mother because the mother refused an order. That was the line for me.
That's horrible.
I mean, I'm a parent. I'm a single parent. I have raised, my kids by myself their entire lives, and we're talking about decades. Not just this isn't a recent thing. These kids grew up without either of their parents.
Hey, Trajan, hang on for that. Yeah, there will be chat interaction,
and
guy.
it just, it devastated me, and I was like, that's it. Unless they fix this character, she's no longer a hero. She might be a protagonist, but she's no longer a hero.
Yeah, Civil War II was really a breaking point with me from Marvel. That followed up with Inhumans versus X-Men. I was basically done with Marvel at that point.
There is something about Carol Danvers that I think is a really, they wanted to make her into a muscular person to try and get rid of the feminine stereotypes, except in reality, they're always like, women, little girls are so, they're so worried about what they look like and stuff. Well, you've made something that they're going to be disgusted with. As a little girl, that's what I was terrified about being when we wanted to be strong. Because when you thought strong girl, you thought of that big hulking behemoth kind of characters that you see in cartoons. And so we had people like Wonder Woman and She-Hulk who were very pretty, and they would lift cars and trucks and stuff, and then it was like, see, you can be pretty and strong. There's nothing scary about that. But look at what they've done to She-Hulk and Carol Danvers, who are supposed to be very strong, independent women that are very confident.
And so there you go, gang. What did you think? You agree? You disagree? What about the whole comics explain thing? Do you think Weaponized Nerd went overboard, or do you agree that he keeps asking, he keeps putting us in a position where why do we not like diverse characters, which is completely wrong? And I, for one, think Weaponized Nerd was hitting on some good points, but if you agree or disagree, put it in the comments below. Also, what about the final thing there? And we had Nerd Wonder talking about how women can't be women. They used to be able to be women and still be strong, but now they have to draw them like men. And why does Marvel not like femininity? Especially if they want to convey strength. Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything else. And don't forget, we do have a Patreon and VIDME account, so the links are in the description below. Go on over, drop $1 in the till. Definitely appreciate everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.